Leica Pavilion in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, WQMY and Learfield IMG College bring you a Patriot League women's basketball matchup featuring the Lafayette College Leopards and the Bucknell University Bison. With that, we say hello, everyone. Welcome courtside. We're running the two-person weave. Great to be alongside Blake Dodonis, the former coach at Gardner-Webb and Buffalo. I'm Justin Antweil. Blake, Bucknell has certainly hit their stride. They've rattled off 8 consecutive wins. The only thing that can slow Bucknell down is the bye week. They didn't win this past week because they didn't play. As we turn our attention towards the Patriot League standings, they've clearly lived up to preseason hype. It's amazing to think you're already a junior. How has your game evolved over the years? You're such a consistent part of this tremendous field hockey program. Why do you love the sport?
Why do I love the sport? I think there's no way you can ever get good at it.
What kind of energy did Marley Walls bring to the table today?
Oh, she was I joke with her all the time. I'm like, Marley, I would not even step in front of you if you were coming at me in practice.
Oh, you told me if we won, we got to floss. Do you know how to floss?
Oh, yeah,
Are you a good flosser?
Ready?
Here we go. Here we go. We are flossing here. Walker transition three. Yes! Kate Walker. Nico West with the acceleration. West one-on-one. Blitzes one past Ryan Ott. 2-0 Navy leads. The young squad trying to play spoiler. Looper into shallow right. What a catch! Oh, laying out and making the grab. Mary Hannah Smith keeping this game tied at 1. Walker's double team. Whips it on out to Mack in the corner. Mack staring down a 3. Gets the roll! What a bounce for the Bison! Walker nearly had the first triple-double in Bucknell women's basketball history a couple weeks ago at Loyola. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Probably would have played more minutes had that game been closer. English was so good to set the tone in that first quarter. You're right, it's just somebody different every sequence. Walker slashing inside and scoring. Kate Walker is the first Bison in double figures with 10. She's now 7 points away for 1,000 in her career. It would be the 24th different Bucknell women's basketball player to reach that special plateau. Kukowski loses control.
And you mentioned just the amount of 1,000-point scores and amount of double-digit, or all the people have scored today. It's a nice little follow by Slagus as they missed, but that is that's the byproduct of the offense, right? It's a motion offense. It's not a lot of sets. You don't necessarily see them going to try to get a shot for this one particular player. So, at times, certainly that will mean a player can score 20 or 25 or 30, but their offense is set up to where you got to guard everybody, because if you don't, they can all shoot and they can all score and hurt you.
There's 5 seniors on this team, 92 wins, just vision, focus, and concentration. And here's my favorite stat here, Blake, as Kukowski rips that away, causing just the 7th turnover for the Bucknell Bison. Cantwell knives through the teeth of the defense and lays it in with the offhand. Bucknell is 57-7 the last 4 years in conference play. The team with the next best record during that 4-year period is Army at 41-23. Bucknell is 16 games better in conference play than any other team in the Patriot League with these 5 seniors of Mickelson, Dumiak, Slagus, Walker, and English. And it all starts at the top with the leadership from Aaron Russell.
It's pretty remarkable, especially in a competitive league, right? When you've got other teams. It's not like it's just them, right? They've got Lehigh, they've got American, who have come on strong too. So
Boston now.
Yeah, Boston, who's having a great year under new leadership there. So it's really hard to win that much in conference when you know your opponent so well. Scouts are pretty easy because you just know what's coming. There's really subtle changes. So all credit to Coach Russell and his staff and what they've built here. They truly are special.
Kukowski launches one short. Cleaning up the glass, it's Martino, but a little overzealous in the lane. Bucknell on the verge of improving to 8-1 at home this year. As we take another look at the replay, Kukowski just kind of flicked the wrist a little too quickly.
You feel for her because she is a talented, special player, but even great players have those kind of games, and that's what she's having today. Just 2 of 13. She's gotten 10 rebounds still, but just has really never had it going. And early on, just looked out of rhythm, and it hasn't really gotten any better for her.
Bucknell started this game leading 14-2, and they haven't looked back. Gia Hayes, the only Bison player without a field goal, gets it to fall as the shot clock expires. Good for Gia Hayes. She's got great bloodlines. You know, her cousin is Derek Fisher, who's now got some WNBA ties.
Yep, new head coach for the LA Sparks, and a nice little running hook. That will certainly make him proud.
Hayes, a huge NBA fan. I mean, she watches video clips of ball handlers like Kyrie Irving and Chris Paul and Steph Curry to try and get better. You know, film study is really important. It's not just about getting up extra shots.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and a nice little drop and dime there, but there's so much that goes into being a good college basketball player, and you're right. Film study, both as a team as you prepare for your opponents, but also individually, and you watch your own film, you watch practice film, you watch other players to work on things. It's a big commitment, there's no doubt. It's a full-time job, to be sure.
7th three of the game for Lafayette. Martino hits it. They've been efficient from beyond the arc, Blake. 7 for 14. And Russell wants a timeout. This is more of a substitution timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. 66-40 the score. Inside 4 to play in the fourth quarter. Great job by our WQMY crew. Executive producer Bob Ide, Mike Trudnack and Kelby Jackson, instrumental on the Learfield side. Paul Grippy, our third member of our team, alongside Blake Dodonis. I'm Justin Antweil. This has been fun today. A fun Saturday. Bucknell men get a home win to remain in first place. You mentioned American beat Army by a baker's dozen earlier today. So Bucknell knew they had to win this game to keep pace with the Surging Eagles. Johnson too strong, long rebound for the Leopards.
That's something as Bucknell continues to go down. They're going to win this one, but with that American game looming, just the second to last game of the year, nice shot there by Zalski. But if you're Bucknell, you can't look past it and just circle American, right? You don't want to get caught up by one of these teams. You alluded to it. Every game, Bucknell's going to have the target on the back. People are going to try to upset them. This is their big one. So for Bucknell, continue to get better, continue to improve. They've taken steps forward today. They've gotten better today, but can't look past anybody.
That was a broken play. Allie Johnson, right place, right time for the mid-range jumper. It slipped through Mickelson's hands. Good awareness for Allie Johnson. Cantwell, in and out. It was like a carnival rim type shot. You ever go to a state fair, Blake, and you try and win an oversized stuffed animal, and the ball just kind of ricochets off the rim? It's like rubber rims out there.
Yeah, that's why I'm bad at those games. Yeah.
Save your money.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
This rubber match has huge Patriot League standing implications. Lehigh currently sitting 5th, Bucknell 4th with just 2.5 weeks to go in the league play season. The top 4 teams of the 6 qualify for next month's Patriot League Conference Tournament. Lehigh's last NCAA appearance was 2015. That was when these seniors were freshmen. The senior second baseman is Chris Kersey, and he digs in. Final home game of the regular season for Bucknell. Jack Graybeck winds, fires, and it's officially go time at 1:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Talking to veteran pitching coach Jason Knights, the key for Graybeck is going to be how he starts innings. Leadoff batters reach base 47% of the time against the junior from Guilderland, New York, who stands at 6 foot, weighs 175 pounds. Outside count 1-1. He's on a pitch count, just 80 pitches. He threw 80 pitches, logged 6 innings, yielded 4 runs in a no-decision effort against Navy on Wednesday. The reason why he was able to throw against Navy, good changeup swung on and missed, is because he was supposed to start Sunday in Massachusetts against Holy Cross, but that game was washed out up in Worcester. So that allowed Graybeck to pitch the midweek tilt, and he's been the Sunday starter for the Bison. It'll be a 1-2 here to Kersey, and he shoots one up the middle for a base hit. Short, compact swing. That .351 batting average will go up after that crisp knock. And the leadoff man, once again, is aboard against Jack Graybeck.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 5, Ryan Bond.
It's 330 feet down the right and left field lines, 365 in the gaps, and 400 at dead center. 62 degrees and sunny, an ideal spring afternoon in downtown Lewisburg. Now batting, it's right fielder Ryan Bonchak. In a bit of a slump, just 2 for his last 21. As the old school no batting gloves approach. First pitch curveball in for a called strike, count 0-1. 2 weeks ago against Lafayette, Jack Graybeck had one of the most interesting stat lines in a win you'll ever see. He threw 6 scoreless innings against the Leopards. He struck out 8, he walked 6, he hit 3 batters, and the leadoff batter of each frame reached base all 6 occasions. Yet he threw a scoreless inning, and his team got the win and completed the sweep. He is a Houdini out there. With runners on base, opponents only hit .248 against Graybeck. As he throws over to check on Kersey. Kersey did swipe a bag yesterday. He's 5 for 7 in stolen base attempts. It's a Lehigh team that does not boast much power. They only have hit 8 home runs on the season. That's second fewest in the Patriot League. The only team that's hit fewer, the Army West Point Black Knights. They've hit 2 in 38 games this year. Ground ball, too short. Backhanded by Madigan. See if they can get 2. On to first. Got him! Good stretch by Miles Moore. Tremendous athleticism displayed by Madigan, the sophomore from South Jersey, ranging in the hole and starting up that double play. I talked about that up-the-middle combo when we referred to the defense. Those two are roommates, and they're so smooth together, and Madigan and Johnson.